The U.S. Copyright Office is one of the oldest government departments. It was formed more than 150 years ago as part of the Library of Congress, where it still is today. Susie Wilson is General Counsel and Associate Register of Copyrights. Susie, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
So before we talk about the new Copyright Claims Board, I just want to ask you, what does the U.S. Copyright Office do?
So the United States Copyright Office actually oversees the nation's copyright system. And kind of under that very short sentence is a lot of details. We administer the copyright registration system for the nation, as well as a number of other filings related to copyright. But we also provide advice to Congress, advice to the courts, and the other agencies in the government regarding the interpretation of the Copyright Act. In addition, we write regulations that help implement the acts that are passed by Congress to ensure that the copyright system runs as it is intended.
And what are all the works that can be copyrighted that you handle?
So it's a very large group of works, because essentially what a copyright is any original work of authorship that is fixed in a tangible media that meets a level of creativity that almost everything you do during the day would probably satisfy. For example, a photograph, a book, a sculpture, a painting, a play, a movie, a building plan, a copyright program. So it's a wide variety of works.
All right, so let's talk about the Copyright Claims Board. It was launched in July. Why did you launch it? What was the need that you're trying to address?
So one of the things that the Copyright Office is focused on, and in fact is part of our current strategic plan, is copyright for all. And what that means is trying to make the copyright system that the United States has available and accessible to everyone in the United States. And in the end of 2020, Congress passed the Copyright Alternatives in Small Claims Act, which is a bit of a mouthful, so we just call it the CASE Act. And the CASE Act asked the Copyright Office to put together the Copyright Claims Board, which is a first of its kind small claims IP tribunal in the United States. And the idea is that it is less expensive, more time efficient, and accessible to everybody. It can be accessed virtually.
And when you say less expensive, how much does it cost? Let's say I feel like, somebody feels like they have an infringement against their copyright. What's the process?
So what the process is, and again, as I said, it's all virtual. You can do this all from home. You never have to leave your home to protect your copyright. And what it is it's a $40 fee to file a claim with the Copyright Claims Board. The attorneys at the Claims Board go through and check to make sure it's a compliant claim, because there are only certain claims that the Claims Board can hear. It's damages for $30,000 or less, and particular types of claims, for example, an infringement claim or looking for a declaration of non-infringement. And then one other claim related to types of online notices. But what happens is you pay $40 to file your claim. It is a totally voluntary program, so that what happens is after your claim is deemed compliant and you serve it on the respondent, the person you claim is, for example, in this example, infringing, if they agree to move forward with the claim, you pay another $60 and then that's it.
Which brings it to $100.
Yes.
A whole lot less than going to federal court.
A whole lot less.
So who hears the claims? Like, how is that set up?
So under the CASE Act, there are 3 copyright claims officers. And they are 3 lawyers who are very experienced in copyright, including one lawyer who has a background in alternative dispute resolution or mediations, ways to find, parties to come together to resolve their claims. And the 3 of them will hear the claim, and then they work together to come up with a decision.
So I know that this is still early, it's just been in July, but how many claims have been filed so far?
So far we have over 150 claims filed, which is wonderful. Now, because of the process of going through and ensuring that a claim is compliant and then having it served, We don't yet know how many of those will end up being active cases.
And give me an idea of the timeline. I know that, you know, it's still early, but about how long from the point somebody files to the point that they have a resolution?
That is going to vary a lot depending on the claim and depending on, let's assume someone files a claim and is completely compliant from day one. So it comes in, it takes a number of weeks for the attorneys in the Copyright Claims Board to go through and process the claim and review it, and then they find it compliant. They will let the claimant know that they can go ahead and serve the respondent. And they will have a couple of months to actually get that done, and then the respondent, once they are served, has approximately 60 days to decide whether they're going to stay in the proceeding or opt out. Because again, as I said, it is voluntary. Someone can still go to federal court if they prefer to have their dispute heard there.
All right, Susie Wilson, thanks so much for being with us on the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any future Government Matters interviews.